We're talking about the 3 simple and effective rules for fat loss that you can apply right now and see amazing progress. When I started my weight loss journey, I wanted to create simple rules, a simple structure that I could follow each day that would help me lose weight and keep it off for good this time. These rules have lost me over 40 pounds so far in my first fat loss phase and getting close to 60 pounds overall. By the way, I'm Mike. I'm a fat guy trying to not be fat anymore by making lifestyle changes. Let's dive into rule number 1, which is prioritizing protein and whole foods while in a calorie deficit. This rule is all about making smarter choices when it comes to nutrition that will help support my weight loss goals or your weight loss goals while you're in a calorie deficit. This rule is all about making smarter choices when it comes to nutrition, doing whatever we can to support our goals when we're in a calorie deficit to lose weight. And by focusing on protein and whole foods, you'll experience huge benefits that aid in maintaining muscle mass, feeling satisfied, and promoting fat loss. Protein takes center stage in this rule because it plays such an important role in a calorie deficit. When consuming fewer calories than your body needs, there is a risk of not only just losing fat, but also losing lean muscle mass. However, by prioritizing protein, you can help preserve your hard-earned muscles and help your body focus more on fat to make up the difference on this energy balance. By eating enough protein, you provide your body with the necessary tools to support muscle preservation, even during a calorie deficit. And by the way, everybody has different protein requirements depending on your individual factors like height, weight, gender, and what you're trying to achieve. So it's challenging just to put a round number out there, but if you would like, I would love to help figure out what your specific macro goals are. I am a certified nutritional coach and would love to discuss your goals with you. Feel free to join our Facebook group or shoot me a message on Instagram. It's very important to figure out how much protein you should have because protein not only helps preserve muscle, it also creates this satisfying, satiating effect. Protein-rich foods make you feel more satisfied, which can help curb your hunger, which is especially helpful if you're on a calorie deficit, which is essentially controlled starvation. So eating more protein means you're less likely to experience intense cravings or give into unhealthy snacking. Not to mention, protein also has the highest thermic effect of all macronutrients. This means your body burns more calories just digesting protein than it does with carbs or fats. So you're essentially burning more calories for doing absolutely nothing compared to a low protein diet. Now let's talk about the whole foods side of this. Specifically, when we're talking about whole foods, what I'm talking about is foods that are minimally processed and close to their natural state. You can think of things like fruits, vegetables, meats, whole grains, and beans. Those are all excellent examples of whole foods. Whole foods offer a wide range of essential nutrients. Those micronutrients come in clutch when it comes to whole foods. And these nutrients support overall health and well-being. So it's like giving your body that premium fuel when you're trying to function optimally. Also, whole foods tend to be lower in caloric density, which essentially means that you can consume a larger volume of that food for the same or fewer calories than something that's been heavily processed. By keeping food volume high while in a calorie deficit, you can feel like you're even not on a calorie deficit, which means you'll feel more satisfied, satiated on whole foods and protein than you would be without. And that's why it's rule number 1, because it is so important that if you're on a calorie deficit, that you are prioritizing whole foods and protein if you want to make this lifestyle change and make the weight come off forever. Now let's explore rule number 2, which is incorporating low intensity cardio. Cardio doesn't have to be complex or time consuming. Even something as simple as going for a walk or hitting that like and subscribe button can do wonders to your overall health and fitness. See what I did there? Low intensity cardio is all about engaging in activities that elevate your heart rate to a moderate level without pushing it to extremes. The goal here is to try to get your body moving and get your heart pumping without putting excess stress on your joints or exhausting yourself. One of the key benefits to incorporating low intensity cardio is the calorie burning effect. Now, while it's true high intensity workouts may burn more calories in a shorter amount of time, the high intensity stuff really pales in comparison to a fat loss journey compared to the low intensity cardio, because low intensity cardio doesn't take its toll on your body nearly as much. You also don't feel as hungry after walking as opposed to doing some high intensity forms of cardio. What's great about low intensity cardio is its accessibility and ease to incorporate into a daily routine. Walking is free. You can simply step outside for a leisurely walk, take the stairs instead of the elevator. These little things, these activities can be easily integrated in day-to-day life, making it more likely that you'll stick to them consistently. And you know I'm all about sustainability. Now let's dive into the final rule, which is rule number 3. It's resistance training. Losing fat is what I'm about here, but it's also important to be building muscle. It's almost equally important. And I'm aiming to accomplish that through resistance training. You see, when you engage in resistance training, whether it's through weightlifting, bodyweight exercises, or using resistant bands, you're intentionally challenging your muscles. This form of exercise stimulates muscle growth and strength development. As you build more muscle mass, your metabolism actually receives a boost. And this is because muscle tissue, compared to fat tissue, actually burns more calories even at rest. Muscles are metabolically active tissues, and this means the more muscles that you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate becomes. It's kind of like your body is a car, and the car has a bigger engine which requires more fuel. And in this case, your body becomes better at burning those calories, helping you achieve long-term fat loss. Also, resistance training has a host of other advantages. It strengthens muscles, reduces the risk of injury, improves posture, and enhances overall functional strength. Think of it as investing in your body's long-term health and well-being. And a quick note, incorporating resistance training doesn't need to be something crazy, or you don't need to become a bodybuilder. You don't need to commit 4 hours a day in the gym or 2 hours a day in the gym, anything crazy like that. It's about finding the right balance that suits your goals and your preferences. So whether you choose to lift weights or do bodyweight exercises or utilize those resistance bands, the key is to challenge your muscles and progressively increase the intensity over time. These 3 simple rules for fat loss: prioritizing protein and whole foods while in a calorie deficit, incorporating low intensity cardio, and engaging in resistance training, can make a big difference in your weight loss journey. By following these rules, you'll improve your body composition, boost your metabolism, and create sustainable habits for a healthier lifestyle.